Hi, this is Tiffany Seacard with Home Key Mortgage, and you're listening to Local Leaders, the podcast. Every business owner has a story. Let Jim Chapman tell yours.
Hi, folks. I want to tell you about Denham Springs Fit Body Boot Camp and their 28-day, $77 Jumpstart program. There's no strings attached and really no reason not to try. You can be in and out in just 30 minutes, and best of all, these 30-minute sessions are scheduled throughout the mornings and evenings to fit your busy schedule. These 30-minute sessions are fun, positive, encouraging, and you can even sign up online. Just visit getfitdenhamsprings.com. Denham Springs Fit Body Boot Camp, a proud sponsor of Local Leaders, the podcast. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Local Leaders, the podcast. Y'all may notice I have a Christmas hat on, and that is because hopefully it is Christmas Eve and you're watching Local Leaders of the podcast, and we are in the holiday spirit around here. When we set out to do this episode, there was one gentleman in particular that I thought would be perfect for it, and that is the guy sitting across from me, Mr. Tommy Stojak. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am great. Excited to sit down with you. It has been a journey for me. I've really wanted to talk to you for several years. I actually met you in passing at a chamber event where we were both honored in 2019. You were Entrepreneur of the Year. I was working for Farrell Calhoun Paint at the time, and we got Large Business of the Year at that chamber event. So we were actually on the same card, I guess you could say, or whatever, at that chamber event. And ever since, man, I thought that is such a nice guy. I'd read about the things that you do for the community, and here we sit a couple years later across from each other, and I'm tickled pink, man. I'm excited.
Yes, sir. Me too.
So you are the owner of, with a partner, Sombreros.
Yes, sir.
Unos dos tacos.
Yes, sir.
In my best Spanish accent, and City Wings.
Yes, sir.
Which is your newest venture. And I've actually had the pleasure of eating at all three of those places. Great food, first of all, which everybody, if you know Tommy, you know anything he touches when it comes to food is going to be good. But great food. I do want to let you know that right from the start. But we're going to kind of get into those restaurants and really break them down, let people know what the concept is of each of those.
Yes, sir.
And all of those sorts of things. Now, I want to talk a little bit about you personally. You're from Croatia.
Yes, sir.
And the first thing that stood out to me was a shoebox story that I read about in regards to you and the Red Cross. Can you kind of tell us that shoebox story?
I mean, I got a shoebox because we were like in a refugee camp.
Yeah.
And I got one. And always after that, whenever I got that one, I always wanted to give back. And,
yeah.
And the shoebox, actually, whenever I got it, I got good stuff, but it still made me happy. I got a shoebox.
Yes.
And after that moment, I got received the shoebox. Always since I was like probably 6-7 years old.
Wow.
Always wanted to give back.
Yeah.
How much I could and stuff like that.
Yeah, you turned to your brother, I believe it was, and told him, I want to give back to others.
Yes, I told my brother I want to give to the others. Anytime we can do and stuff like that, because it touched my heart.
Yeah, huge thing in your life. And you were young.
Yeah, 6-7 years old.
Wow. And it's amazing how those little parts of life can really make such an effect on somebody that it kind of it changes maybe your outlook on life for the rest of your life. So
yes, sir.
What an amazing thing. Now, after you evacuated Croatia, you ended up in Germany?
Yes, sir.
And how long were you there?
7 years.
7 years. And your father, he ran a construction company?
He was having a construction, yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. Now, after 7 years in Germany, somehow you ended up here in the United States, some 5,000 miles away.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that.
My parents made a decision, that we applied to come to the United States, I came here as a refugee too, because I was a refugee started in Germany.
Yes.
And one of the best decisions my parents ever could make, come to the United States, because might be born in Croatia. I love it, respect it, but this is my country and I love it. And,
Yes, it is.
The opportunities are in front of you every single day. And one of the best decisions I made, because for my brother, my sister, and myself too.
Yeah, amazing. And how old were you at that point?
I was 14 when I came to the United States.
14. Do you kind of remember? I mean, I couldn't imagine.
Of course.
You know, from a guy that's never, I mean, I've never been really anywhere else. I couldn't imagine just the excitement and wonderment. You know, it's a whole new place, a whole new world, pretty much.
It was a lot different on beginning. First 6 months, it took a little, be honest with you, to get settled, because I had so many friends in Germany, and I was involved in a lot of sports.
Okay.
And whenever I came here, I could not, because here you needed a transportation with everything. Over there, you got a bus, you got that. And for 6 months, here without a car, you couldn't do anything, because I was only 14 years old.
Wow.
And first 6 months was kind of tough, but after 6 months, you start finding new friends and everything.
Yeah.
It became easy and stuff like that.
Fantastic. What sports did you play?
I used to box.
Oh, look at you. Don't mess with Tommy.
And I used to play soccer, being a goalie, and basketball, running track, and stuff like that.
Oh, so you were an athlete. You just did it all.
Like, I'm a workaholic now. Whenever I was a kid, I used to like be in sports 100%.
Amen.
Like now with work and stuff like that.
I can relate. Yeah, and it's funny. I can remember when I was a kid, I was like you, 100% into sports, and to this day, I'm a total confessed workaholic. But I think that work attitude came from how much I worked in sports to be better.
I believe that 100%. Because anytime I get someone come and that say they play sports, they usually have one of the best work ethic.
Yes,
100%. Because when you work hard in your sport, and then means even if you come to work, you're going to have the work ethic.
Yeah. And I think it also teaches you that the harder you work at something, the better you get at it.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's amazing. Something I didn't know about you there. Tommy was a boxer, y'all. So you're in the United States, and did anybody in your family speak English, or?
Pretty much none of us.
Wow.
But my brother actually picked up really quick.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Wow. And it's hard. It's hard to learn another language, y'all. It ain't easy.
I took English in Germany.
Yeah.
But I already learned how to speak German, speaking Croatian, little Russian, and stuff like. And I said, I don't need another language. I didn't know we were gonna come.
Yeah.
And, I passed the grade, but I didn't really try to.
Right.
And then we decided to come here. But my brother did learn a little bit, but that's why he picked up really quick.
Interesting. And I took German in, I think it was middle school, or maybe high school. I took German one semester, and that's a tough language to learn. Guten Tag, I remember that.
Du sprechen Deutsch?
Yeah. But that was a tough one for me. I don't know. And everybody said you should have took Spanish, and I wanted something different than everybody else was learning.
I believe German is harder to learn than English, because some of those words I pronounce it.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey ladies, it's Pate with Idell Lane Spa and Boutique, located in Walker. We offer all things skincare, hair care, makeup, spray tan, lashes, and more. And we have a full selection of clothes. And we also do private events from birthday parties, bridal showers, and more. So stop by today and get your queen on, making every woman a queen. See you soon.
You ended up here, and the workaholic that you are, what's the first thing you do? You go to work, and you went to work at Benny's Car Wash.
Yes, sir. I went to Benny's Car Wash.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of a staple in Baton Rouge, been around forever, and work there. And here is where kind of the transition took place for you, and you moved to another job, which you would eventually make kind of your life's work, and that is the restaurant business. You started at was it Las Palmas?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
I worked for Las Palmas for 6 years.
Yeah, wow.
I was like 15 years old, started working for them.
Unbelievable. And started out at the very bottom, you were dishwasher?
A dishwasher,
Yeah.
and then a busboy, and then food runner, and then became a waiter, and then I became a shift manager.
They figured it out. Yeah, they were like, Tommy, yeah, he's a worker and wants to learn, and off you went. And you're world famous for working there, because people who I mentioned now the name Tommy Stojak, they say, he used to work at Las Palmas years ago. People still remember you from there.
Yes, I mean, work there every day, and I met a lot of good people there.
Oh, awesome. And probably kind of cut your teeth in the restaurant business there, maybe learn some lessons and things that you took with you.
I learned a lot.
Yeah.
Because that was big education. It wasn't just a work for me. It was my hobby because I like to work, but
Yes.
it was a big education, learning how to do everything. That's how I learned how to cook. And I was working there for 6 months, started working in the kitchen by myself, didn't even ask me because I wanted to learn. I always wanted to learn something. If you're willing to educate yourself, that's how you're going to learn. If you're not willing to educate yourself, you never will know.
That's exactly right. 100%.
And it touched my heart.
Yeah.
And after that, I kept just saying, I'm going to open my own one day. And a lot of friends were laughing. And I was young, asking opportunities. People told me I'm too young. And then my partner, he told me, yes, I'll give you an opportunity. I was 19 years old. We started looking for locations, and I was 21 when we opened in Walker.
Yes. Yeah, 21. And you opened in Walker, but you started looking for the location at 19. So you had your eye on the ball very early into your adulthood, I guess you could say.
Yes, sir. I knew what I wanted to do since I was a kid.
Yeah. Working with mom and grandma in the kitchen, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It really pleases my heart when I see people that are doing exactly what they want to do in life and what they were meant to do. Because so many people get stuck, Tommy, in those positions and jobs in life where it's not a passion. It's just something to put food on the table. And there are times you have to do that. And whatever it is to feed your family, you do to feed your family. But it really, really warms my heart when people are in their passion. And every day that you wake up, you're doing something that makes you happy, right?
Exactly. It's not waking up, just go to work. For me, it's my hobby.
Yeah.
That's my fishing. I love people. I love creating new stuff, and I enjoy what I do.
Yes.
And I do it with my heart all day long.
Love it, man. Love it. Now, let's talk about that location in Walker, because it took you a couple of years kind of to find what you, I guess, would classify as the perfect location for you. And it, looking back on it now and the growth in Walker, it was a genius call. I mean, that was a great call, Tommy, because Walker has really grown up and come a long way.
It exactly.
Yeah. Why Walker?
We were looking everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But then my business partner's friend who had a restaurant there, he approached us and said he wants to get out.
Yeah.
And we went and looked at it. We said that's a great spot. And we took it over and made us Sombreros.
Fantastic.
And I have businesses in different areas.
Yeah.
But I love Walker.
Yeah.
The people are great, amazing, and I'm glad I started in Walker first because it's home.
It's home. It's home. It was the first one. It is a staple there. I can tell you, I can't tell you the amount of people that speak so highly of Sombreros and Walker. It doesn't matter where they live even. I mean, they got people. I live in Denham. I drive to Walker to go to Sombreros all the time. I love it. It's not only the food, although the food is amazing. It is the atmosphere for me is what I like. The waiters and waitresses there are nice, knowledgeable. You can tell they love what they do. So it's kind of a whole package for me. It just makes me happy when I go there.
Yeah, we are there like one small big family.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And you have a sister. So did she run?
She's my GM, and she's my left hand, right hand at that place.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't know how I could do it without her because she's so amazing.
Yeah.
'Cause
Wow.
That's how I get to go to the other locations or do the charity events or catering, because she can be there and helping me in that. And she's amazing. She's been with me there since she was 15 years old.
No kidding.
And
Wow.
she's about to be 30.
Wow. Yeah, her whole life, pretty much. Amazing. And you bring up a good point in that people are really the lifeblood of what you do, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And I'm blessed. I really have an amazing, great team behind me. We work good together. And without that team, what I have in Walker, it would be sometimes hard to do what I do every day, to be able to do catering, charity work. And if I wouldn't have that kind of team, I would be stuck there every single day. But the reason I get to be able to do this other stuff, because they're amazing.
Yes.
I can depend on them.
Yes. So important to the business person. You can have the best concept in the world, but if you don't have people in there buying into it, believing in it, that you're taking care of and are like family to you, the concept won't go anywhere because you don't have anybody to implement it.
You're one person. You can be amazing at what you do, but you can't do everything by yourself. But 100%. If you have great team behind you, that makes it much easier.
Yes, it really does. And like I say, that is it. You have a great team there. I've always had great service at Sombreros, and I'm sure so many people that are listening to this right now have as well. Tiffany C-Card with Home Key Mortgage combines the experience and knowledge you need to make your mortgage loan a smooth, stress-free process. Reach out to Tiffany for more information on the vast mortgage programs available in the Livingston Parish area. Tiffany C-Card of Home Key Mortgage, a proud sponsor of Local Leaders, the podcast. But let's talk about Sombreros and kind of what you do for those that may not be familiar yet. It's Mexican fare primarily. And
Mexican, yes, sir.
And you have options galore. I'll tell you two of my favorites: the shrimp acapulco, I love, and also the seafood chimichangas. Yum. Really love those. But everything there is good. What would you say is the most kind of more popular dishes that you have at Sombreros?
I mean, we use all high quality, fresh ingredients.
Yes.
Everything's made there. Everything's amazing. But carne asada is one of those big hit.
Yeah.
Everybody loves it. But even we have a lot of non-Mexican items too. Ribeye, filet, sirloin. And that big popular too.
Yeah.
Even I'm a Mexican restaurant, hamburger steaks, fried shrimp, fried catfish, chicken Alfredo. That's
right.
Popular too over there.
Yeah, and very important. And I'm glad you mentioned that because, some people, everybody has different taste in food as far as what they prefer or like, or maybe they feel like a steak one night and they're like, I don't want to get Mexican food tonight. Well, you don't have to at Sombreros. What I love about your place is you have options. You have a lot of options. So if you won't feel like a steak or a filet, no problem. You got it.
If you have a family member who wants Mexican and you don't feel like perfect place to come.
That's right.
A bunch of options.
Exactly right.
One thing what makes us different from a Mexican cuisine, our fajita beef. Mm-hmm. In Louisiana, the fajita beef we use, nobody in Louisiana can get it except us. Wow. Only our group. And it's aged 21 days and it's marinated for 24 hours to 30 hours. And it's totally different. It's really tender. It melts in your mouth when you eat it.
I want some right now, Tommy. I'm getting hungry already. Yeah, and I will definitely vouch for that. And I'll tell you one of the things about your food that I not only noticed but is said often is it's always fresh ingredients. You can taste. There's a difference between fresh and not fresh ingredients. You can taste it.
Big difference.
Yeah.
And we do the highest quality, freshest ingredients. Almost every day we got a produce truck comes to the door. Everything's fresh. Yes,
and you also do catering, as well as your restaurant. You can cater events.
Yes, sir. We do catering events, weddings, parties, graduation parties, baby shower. We offer Mexican.
Yep.
And we offer non-traditional wedding food or non-Mexican food, and we do all of it.
Perfect. And of course, at the end of this video, in the description section, I'm going to link the website and all those sorts of things. So hopefully a bunch of people are going to want to check this out after we're done, and they can just scroll down to the bottom, click that link. It'll bring them right to your website where they can see all of the things that we're talking about right now on the show. And I'm also going to make some things like your catering menu pop up, and as we're talking, kind of like the news, but not as fancy. Yes. Now, you're rocking and rolling with sombreros, and incidentally, you have a neat little truck that is wrapped with the sombreros.
Uno dos tacos.
Yeah, unos dos tacos, yes, which I actually saw you at the wine event in the downtown district, antique district.
Yeah, chef night.
Yes. Man, that was some good food. My wife is still talking about the soup you had.
Chicken tortillas.
Yeah, she loved it. But you had your vehicle out there, and it's cute. Y'all have all seen it. But Tommy's out there. You know, he's out there serving and serving the best soup you've ever had in your life, and loving every minute of it. Talking to people, really enjoying that. How was that for you?
It was amazing. I've been part of the event for a couple of years, and I love it.
Yeah.
And if I have the time when we do those kind of events, I like to do it myself because it makes it more feel special. Yes,
100%. And you know, it's interesting about restaurant guys. I had Big Mike on here previously, and I was talking to him about it. It's the only industry where y'all aren't really like enemies with each other. You're like, y'all all get along. Y'all all like each other.
I love Big Mike.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
Yeah. And I was asking him on the show, I said, you know, do you ever get mad at these other? He's like, no, man, I got to eat somewhere else. I eat at other places too. It's not just Big Mike's that I eat at. And so he supports other restaurants just like they support him.
Same at me.
Yeah.
Supporting local, you local, and it's an amazing thing. And, you know, you build a relationship with them too.
That's right.
I like to get to know everybody. I like to be friends with any other. For me, it's not competition. For me, it's a neighbor, and I want to be a friend with them. If they need something, they give me a call. I have it, they got it.
Yeah, perfect. And I love that about your industry specifically. So you do the catering at Sombreros. Of course, you have any type of food really they would want there on the menu, which we're going to link. We're going to link to this video, and so now I want to get into your next restaurant, which was Unos Dos Tacos, which you opened in 2019, I believe.
Yes, sir.
And I was actually at that ribbon cutting. I remember I was excited. I was like, man, this is Denham Springs. But you know, Tommy brought one to Denham. There was a lot of talk about you bringing a place to Denham Springs. But before we get into that, I want to talk a little bit about your giving back nature and all of those sorts of things. So you've done a lot for your community, which is, I believe, is important and a great sign of a leader. Leaders, in my opinion, are servant leaders. Would you agree?
Yes, I agree.
And you've passed out free turkey meals at one point. You have fed people at the Red Cross, 400 something people, I believe it was. I remember reading. You fed schools and teachers and all those sorts of things.
I believe, you know, if you're part of the community, you do those things. But even if I don't have a business, whenever I didn't, I used to love to do those things because I do it from my heart.
Yes.
And I don't think it's a big thing I do. I think it's a small token out of my heart. And I love doing it. And the more I can do it, I love to do it. And because I think more people should be part of those things.
Yes.
Not because get something back. It's because I think it's the right thing to do.
100%.
You know, and especially those people who are in need or what's going on. It just, I love to be, I think sometimes when something happens and I'm right there, I think it's fate because I be able to help someone. That's one of the best feelings ever. I have two little girls. And I teach them now, they are 5 and 7, to give back, to give their time, because I think that's one important thing to do.
Yeah, I agree. And you know, especially, I mean, I'm sure you feel the same way I do, but when you reach a point in life where you're able to do that, you feel so fortunate that you're even at that point. You came from humble beginnings. I came from humble beginnings, and we work, and we get to a point in life where we're able to do those things, and so we want to do those things, and it is really a beautiful thing what you do, man, and your concept behind it is what I love the most, and that is I just want to do it. Whether I owned a restaurant or not, I'm still going to be out there passing out turkeys or whatever.
And whenever I do, most times I never even like put on Facebook that I just do
right.
it. If someone needs it, they call me. If I can help them, I will help them.
Yeah, great. Man, that's awesome. That's the best way to put that. Now let's talk Unos Dos Tacos. So you opened that in 2019, and I was excited. I was at that ribbon cutting, and let's talk the concept first. A little different than Sombreros.
It is a little different. We wanted to do the concept for a long time.
Yes.
And we actually started the first one in Baton Rouge.
Yes.
2019 in March.
Okay.
And then 2019 in October we opened in Denham.
Yes.
And actually Denham we started the Baton Rouge first, but the Baton Rouge took longer, and that's why it took for Denham to open a little bit longer, because we didn't want to open both at the same time.
Gotcha.
But the concept is fast food Mexican with high quality fresh ingredients. It's not considered just fast food you get. It's actually higher quality than most of full service dining's giving you, and that's why because it's high quality fresh ingredients.
Right.
Everything is made in the kitchen. And it's one of the maybe high quality what you would got somewhere in a full service restaurant.
Yes.
But he just wanted to do a fast, high quality, and fast, high quality fresh ingredients.
Yeah, and it's exactly what you get. I'll never forget the first taco I got from there, and I bit into it, and I'm like, oh, this is good. And you can taste those fresh ingredients. It's like a party in your mouth. It's just great. People, when you think about Unos Dos Tacos, think about, I guess, restaurant quality food, but in an atmosphere where you can get in and get out and go about your day. But that taste is not like a fast food type restaurant taste.
It's not.
Yeah, it's really just unbelievable stuff. Very good.
Yeah, we open for breakfast every day. And when
Yes.
we open for breakfast, the kitchen comes in, makes breakfast. But in the meantime, that's when they're prepping everything, making the rice, beans fresh, the ground beef, marinating the meat,
Yes.
the queso. They make everything fresh like this. By 10:30 when we open, they were doing breakfast, and the lunch menu is ready too.
100%. And I used to go there when I was still at the paint store. I'd go there in the mornings and get just a ton of breakfast burrito type stuff and bring it to the store. And those painters would tear that up in about 15 minutes, man. They walk in. I think they come in just to get the food.
Probably so.
Whatever brings them in, Tommy, I'm all for it. Yeah. So. BJ Pawn and Gun in Denham Springs wants to buy your unwanted gold jewelry, gold coins, and gold bullion. With 30 years of experience operating in the Livingston Parish area, BJ Pawn wants to be your source when selling your gold. So stop by BJ Pawn today for a no-obligation offer. BJ Pawn, a proud sponsor of Local Leaders, the podcast. And I want people to notice that timing. So that was 2019. 2020, something happened that we're all familiar with that would affect all of your businesses, and that was COVID, right?
Yes, sir.
What were you thinking?
I mean, day by day, just, go with the flow.
Yeah.
Be positive, be creative, and try your best. And
Yes.
that's what we did.
Yes, and that word creative
Yep.
is a focus word. And I tell people all the time on this show that, it's hard to find kind of a silver lining with COVID, but one thing it forced all of us to do as business owners was kind of innovate what we were doing and come up with a way There's got to be a way we can still operate. And you did that. And what did you do during COVID?
I mean, we did a lot of different things, but first thing I would love to say, we are so thankful. We have so many supporters.
Yes.
Who really, really came and supported us, especially at the walk location. And we are so thankful. And I want to say thank you to all of them.
Yes.
Because that touched my heart, my family heart, my employees. They came to care of my waitresses. They came to help the business. And honestly, we are blessed to say we didn't have to lay off no one.
Wow.
We had all staff kept on. We were offering to neighborhoods to drop off, point pickup with our minivan, Sombreros.
Yes.
And really worked pretty good. And then we had the food truck. We bought it for catering services.
Yes.
But in 2 weeks, and like 4 or 5 days into that, we put the food truck go to neighborhood, and it was doing good. You know, we were contacting neighborhoods, Facebook pages, and to see if they want to order 5 minimal households, and pickup, drop off, point pickup, and we deliver to them the family packs. And that's a great thing. We had the family packs from the get-go because we created the family packs 2016 when the flood happened to help the victims, and we had the same family packs, same prices, and we heard it. Some people knew about it, and we put it on Facebook, and we were like, so many like family packs we had 4 different family packs, and it was good, you know, and we were glad we could done that too.
Yes, and you know, one thing I remember from that time, and of course, 2 industries really got hammered more than any other. One was the food industry, and the other was the hairdressing industry. I mean, you know, it was tough.
This was tough.
Yeah, and one thing you just said, which I think speaks to who you are as a person, is the first thing you said was we didn't have to lay anybody off, and that's somebody that's concerned about their health. One thing people need to keep in mind that is that as business owners, you know, you care about these people. They rely on you for a paycheck to take care of their family.
But we allowed on them too.
Yes.
Because it goes together.
Yes. Love it. Golly, man, I'm learning a lot today. I love it. Yes, and it really does. And I remember seeing Facebook posts, I'm going to be in XYZ neighborhood today. And people would be fired up, man. They'd be ready for some food. And that's how you were serving it. You were going out there in the food truck and just parking in the front. And these people were coming and they were supporting and they were excited to see you. You know, COVID was a very strange thing in that in the beginning, none of us knew, you know, am I going to breathe on somebody and, you know, 2 weeks to flatten the curve and all these things. And Tommy just had a positive attitude about it.
I mean,
you know,
COVID was, you know, tough.
Yeah.
But at the same time was a big education too. He learned to appreciate everything what you have and how to deal with, and you never know. When you have something, appreciate it because you never know when it can go away.
That's right.
It can go in a minute.
I'd appreciate that because you never know when it can be taken away. And that's a great attitude to have, man. So Unos Dos Tacos is how is that restaurant now? Is it doing great?
One of those tacos doing great. You know, we
Yeah.
are very happy with the concept. Is doing good. Couldn't ask for more, you know.
Yeah, very good. And it's for those of you that may not be sure where it's at. It's by Home Depot, kind of
It's right on Russian Road, right there by Starbucks and Chick-fil-A, across the street down Seafood.
Yep, and just a beautiful building. The inside of it very open, but you can dine in or you can go through the drive-through.
Drive-through, pickup, catering too. And
catering, yes, just like Sombreros and Gators.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Your ingredients there are good. Love
breakfast, brisket burrito with egg and cheese, and add some pico de gallo. Yummy to the
tummy.
Yeah,
100%. Hey everyone, it's Jim Chapman with Local Leaders, the podcast. Just want to wish all of you the merriest of Christmases and a safe and happy new year. We look forward to bringing you the best in content in 2022 from all of our local business owners. You know, Tommy, just like every driven business person, you didn't stop there. Recently, you opened City Wings in Walker.
Yes, sir.
I have been there, and I'll tell you this. The first time I went there and I sat down and I bit into that food, I thought this is definitely owned by Tommy Stojak. It was good.
I started there with a different partner. He's
Yeah.
a local business owner too in Walker. And me and him got together and we started a concept in Walker.
Yes.
And we've been open 3 months and we got a young guy running it and he does a really great job.
Fantastic. And a little different than what you had done in the past as far as food is concerned. Tell us about that.
It's a little different, but over the years I've been catering fried chicken, you know, chicken wings. And I do have another restaurant called Bayou Boys Po Boys Wings, and it's
Really?
been open since 2019. But a lot of people don't know.
I did not know.
No, it's in Baton Rouge on corner Burbank and Lee, next to Uno Dos Tacos there.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we start. I have that with my original business partners.
Yeah.
Uno Dos Tacos, Sombreros, and Bayou Boys Po Boys Wings. But City Wing side, I have it with somebody else, and I like all kind of food. When you when you have a passion about what you do, and you know how to cook, you can create any other menus. And I like challenge. I like to create other items and see what we can do. And over the years, you learn from experience how you do. You say, man, I can do that too. And I like chicken wings. You know, especially watching LSU game, chicken wings, or a basketball game. It's a great place. And I said, let's just do one. And that's what we did. And
it is phenomenal. The response, I remember you had put a date on when you were going to open. I believe you spoke before the city council and you said, look, we're going to be open by this date. And I think you even did you beat that planned date or you got close?
We were going to open the Monday, I think was, but we opened on soft opening on a Saturday, day before a hurricane.
Yes.
But without open sign, just open a soft opening. But we actually did pretty good without open sign, without putting on Facebook. Phone calls kept coming in, people kept coming in, but then a hurricane hit. Yeah. And then we did have to wait till we got the power back and the product, and then that's when we started. Yes.
And look, the buzz was going. I heard, several months before you opened that you were opening up another restaurant, and I was excited. And I traveled to Walker for several things, but primarily for me, it's to go eat at your restaurants. And now you have two of them, and so it don't matter what kind of mood I'm in. I can get a Walker and eat.
Thank you.
And just wonderful food. The atmosphere there, it's more of a wing style place, and they got kind of high bar, I guess, style tables.
Yeah, like I.
Yeah, and very, very fitting for that type of food. And
small, dining.
Yep.
But always have plenty of room for everyone.
Yes. And right in the heart of Walker, it's not far from Sombrero. It's just on the other side of the road, right?
Not even a mile.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. So I definitely recommend, of course, everybody check out City Wings, and of course, just like your other restaurants, fresh food, right?
Yes, so fresh food are actually what makes us different from the boneless wings. A lot of wing places buy boneless wings frozen, pre-cooked. We don't. We better them ourselves, and we don't even better them till you order them. Same thing with the chicken tenders, fried chicken sandwich, and the boneless wings. It's fresh made, all products fresh, not frozen, and it's made. Everything is done there.
And here's the amazing thing. When you go in there, and you kind of realize that when you place your order, it's not like they're dipping out of a thing and it's ready and here's your food. They're cooking it there.
Cooking, and it's open kitchen. You can see it for yourself.
Yes.
And, everything is fried there and everything's made there.
And it doesn't take like forever to get your food. That's the great thing. People go in there, they're hungry, they see in the food, and then they're like, the timing is perfect. So it's not like you're waiting forever for those wings because they got to batter them and do all those sorts of things. It's a reasonable amount of time. So no worries on getting hangry while you're waiting for food.
We have an online option too. You can do your online ordering in all concepts. Uno Dos Tacos, Sombreros, or
City Wings.
City Wings. We have online ordering. You can order it, and you get a text message when your food is ready. Actually, you get a text message
I like that.
3 minutes before your food is ready, because it gives 3 minutes to 5 minutes to pack the orders.
I love it. Man, that's great. Yeah, and someone like me, I've always enjoyed online ordering because I can just walk in and pick it up.
And you have a choice to pick up curbside.
There you go. Curbside service as well, because Tommy's always innovating, if y'all can't tell.
We try.
William Waldrop of TWFG Insurance in Denham Springs can service all of your insurance needs. Offering auto, life, health, and commercial insurance, William Waldrop of TWFG Insurance is a proud supporter of Local Leaders, the podcast. Very good, sir. Now, I want to read a couple of things that I had asked you in your questionnaire. And the first was I asked you what would be something people may struggle to kind of understand about your business. And I thought what you wrote was perfect, so I want to read it kind of word for word. And you said how much effort we all put in it. It's not a 9-to-5 job. It's constant. We try to cater to all taste. We don't just do Mexican food. And we talked about that earlier, that if you want that steak, you can still get that steak at Sombrero's, no problem. Matter of fact, I'm probably going this weekend and getting the steak. But that to me is a huge part of the restaurant business, because everybody has different tastes nowadays.
Everybody does.
Husband wants Mexican, the wife wants a steak. The kids want Mexican. So I mean, you can all go to the same place. You don't have to go 5 different places. Love that. Another thing I want to read is I asked you about leaders and what your definition of a leader would be. Thought this was great. You said someone that leads by example and is a team player, someone who is understanding and advises you to do the best and make you feel welcome, someone who teaches others what they did before they become a leader. I think that's the key. It's almost like you're kind of teaching them your road to becoming a leader, and so they have sort of a map there. I used to tell guys that I would manage in my stores. I used to say, I'm not asking you to do something. I would never ask you to do anything I wouldn't do.
Or still not do.
Yeah. Or still not do. I used to call it find your broom. Leaders find their broom. I would sweep those floors just like everybody else. I
still do. If I have employees running around, even if it's not packed,
yes,
I let them do their job, and the floor is dirty, I'm going to go pick it up myself.
Yes.
And that's leading by example. They're going to say, wow, he could do it. Next time, you're not going to even have to ask them to do it. They're going to do it themselves.
That's right. That's right. Because when they see you do it, they're going to say, man, if the owner's doing it, I mean, how can I complain? Yes. You know what I mean? So I could not agree more with that statement. Now, you have some specials going on I want to mention that are important. You have from December 1st to December 24th, which this is airing on the 24th. So I'm going to put this as after you leave today, I'm going to put this as a post. But you can purchase a $50 gift card and you'll receive a $10 gift card. That's great. And people can always use those gift cards for gifts. I love to give out restaurant gift cards as gifts to people, so I'm sure I'll be taking advantage.
20% for yourself.
Yeah, there you go. If you purchase a $100 gift card, you'll receive a $20 gift card. That's exactly what I'm doing. And you also have family night every Tuesday. Important to mention. Tell me about family night.
Family night, we started that since we opened. Families get together. 2 kids eat free per 1 adult entree, dine-in only, and we do it all day. It's not just like 4 to 8 or 9.
Yes.
It's from the 10:30 in the morning till we close. 2 kids eat free per 1 adult entree.
Fantastic. And it's probably nothing like the feeling of walking in your restaurant and seeing a bunch of families sitting there, right?
And that's the whole point when we started doing it. We wanted to put all like family together.
Yeah.
And it's really nice. Especially my kids and my wife come on Tuesday night, even if I work.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see a bunch of different families together.
Yeah, it really is. I love that. And so there's still some places out there that you can bring your whole family, have a good time, get some great food. And, of course, your restaurants are definitely one of those. And you don't just have the Sombreros in Walker. Where are your other locations?
We have a Sombreros in Lafayette. We have a Sombreros in Alexandria.
Yeah.
And we have a Sombreros in Covington, but we had damage through the hurricane. Right now it's closed for the meantime.
Okay. But it'll be open at some point.
Hopefully.
Awesome. And how did you come up with the name Sombreros?
We were looking different ideas, me and my partners.
Yeah.
And then we said the hat, Sombreros.
It's perfect.
Actually, we started with Los Sombreros. But then over the years, when we started it was a Ford location.
Yeah.
2011, we took the loss off and just made it Sombreros because it made it more simple, easy. Sombreros instead of loss, and that's when we just
I love it.
Sombreros.
And your branding is good.
And now we actually, we used to call Tex-Mex. Now we have Sombreros Mexican Kitchen Cantina.
Yeah.
And, it has a little bit. And that's something future coming soon. People don't know about it, but we're not going to say it yet. But something coming amazing in Walker.
I can't wait. Well, when it comes, I will promote it all you want, my friend. I'll be happy to do that. So look for something amazing coming in Walker soon. One last question. So social media, it's kind of become a big deal, period, no matter what business you're in. But I would imagine for your business, it's really been a tool you can take advantage of.
Yeah, you can take advantage of it, especially your daily promotions and we put on Facebook or Instagram. It kind of helps to remind the people what we have going on because life is so busy and you forget about it. But if you post that daily, you remind people to come. And then at the same time, if people share for you and that, you get another ones who just moved to the area, they don't know about you, and then they come and try it and taking pictures, and posting it and gets people to come into the door and stuff like that. And Facebook and Instagram is one of those. He helps to remind consumers what you about, what you have going on, because people forget.
They do. They forget, and what you do can be very visual. You show a good plate of food on Instagram. Believe it or not, the number one clicked on image in history of social media is food. People click on food and look at it.
Hey, sometimes what I tell my cooks, it's not, I say, people don't eat with the stomach. People eat with the eyes first. And if that plate doesn't look good, they're going to think it's not good already because it doesn't look good. That's why you always have to make a presentation very important. Same thing with a picture. If the food looks good, they're going to start eating with the eyes before they start eating with the tummy. That's
a good one. People eat with their eyes. And you're exactly right. It has to look appetizing before they try it. And boy, does your food look appetizing.
I mean, a lot of people do it that way, like if it doesn't look good, they already think it's not good. But it's good, but that's why presentation is really important.
That's right. And if they see a picture and it looks unbelievably amazing, what are they going to do? I got to have that. I want to go try that, and man, they click on the food pictures and stuff like that. So, and you do a great job with your social media and really getting it out there. And Tommy brought up a good point, and that is let's share those posts. And because when you share something, people that aren't on the, say, Sombrero's Facebook page, they're still going to have access to that because all of your friends, listeners, are going to see it. And some of those may not be on the Sombrero's page, so they may never see that if you don't share it.
Yeah.
So we love it when you share, and it really gets the word out there and helps everybody. So, man, thank you for coming on and just telling us a little bit. I could go on for 6 hours with you, brother. This is why I do what I do. Honestly, I'm honored that you came on. And
I'm honored you invited me to the show.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for the invitation. But can I say one thing?
Absolutely.
At Sombreros or City Wings or one of those tacos, we really truly care. When we say that, we don't just say it. We really, really mean it. And if anybody ever has an issue, please let us know. That's the only way how we can make it right.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yes, Merry Christmas. And this is, everybody, you're watching this on December 24th, Christmas Eve, hopefully with your family. I wanted this to be an episode where it was kind of an uplifting thing of someone with a lot of positivity, and that is who Tommy is. I think I couldn't have come up with a more perfect guest to have on there, and really just elated that he came on. So thank you to all you listeners. We've had a great year here at Local Leaders, the podcast, and it has absolutely nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with the guests we have on this show, the businesses we have. And all we try to do is strive to bring you more information on all our local businesses so that you can make an informed decision on who these people are outside of their business, because they're really amazing. They're really amazing people. There's nothing in this world like business owners and all the things they do. So please check out any past episodes as well. And we appreciate you for watching this one. I want to thank all my sponsors. I could not do any of this without all of them. That is the facts of that. I am forever grateful for that. So thank you very much to all my sponsors. And until next time, I'm Jim Chapman, reminding you, love your community, support local businesses like all the restaurants Tommy Stojak has, and keep leading. Thank you very much. Stephanie Berthelot and the crew at SR Enterprise can handle it all, from sheetrock to texture to paint. Give Stephanie a call at 504-432-9284. SR Enterprise, where they spread the paint and you spread the word.